Good morning to all of you. Law of Torts, defenses. This time we are going to learn the defense, private defense. Private defense is a very good defense, particularly in civil cases and law of torts. Please remember, it is the prerogative or it is the duty of the plaintiff to take care of his property in civil law. Please remember, criminal law is different. In criminal law, right of private defense is 100% recognized right from section 99 to 105 of the Indian Penal Code. That means if somebody wants to thrash you, then you can give the equal proportional thrashing also, because you need not actually keep silent just like Mahatma. If he slaps on one side, you have to show the other side. That is not accepted in law. But anyway, since it is a law of tort, the law recognizes one's rights against his person and property. That's why I told you the law of torts normally it occurs in three phases: a right to person, that is personal safety; a right to reputation, that is defamation; and a right to property like trespass, negligence, nuisance, all these things. So the defenses must be, please remember, in private defense, definitely it will be allowed, it must be proportionate and reasonable. Yes, definitely. So if somebody wants to come into a house, come into your property, then you have got every right to knock him out, but not by using force. You have to ask him to go away. That is what is necessary. Yes, definitely private defense will be accepted. Now let us go to a couple of cases. Ramanuja Mudali versus M. Gangan 1984. Ramanuja Mudali versus M. Gangan 1984. These incidents are quite common. Here, Mr. Gangan, what he has done, he has erected a live wire around his field to prevent the crop from the effect of the wild boars. Damage. Normally, it happens in nearby forest areas like Gedalur, Kambam and other places. Of course, even in Kul also we have seen. But anyway, so they actually erect the live wire unofficially. Please remember, electricity people, they did not give permission. Unofficially, the live wire around the field they will be done during night time when they will go into the houses. The person, the agriculturist, will put on the switch and go away. Next time morning he will come. Daytime normally they don't apply the so-called live connection. But here what happened is the Ramanuja Mudali, he was actually having a land a little distance away, but he has to cross through the land of the defendant. During the night, he was crossing through and ultimately his feet touched the live wire. He fell down. Luckily, he received injuries. He did not die. So he brought a case of tort against the so-called M. Gangan. Gangan pleaded the defense that in order to save his crop from the effect of the so-called wild boars, he has erected the live wire. But this defense is not accepted. Madras High Court did not accept it as a private defense and asked him to pay compensation. Not accepted. Negative K, negative. The second, normally private defense sometimes may not be accepted also. I will tell you the positive example. This is Radhamani versus State of Kerala, 1984. So Radhamani, she has filed a case against the husband. Here what happened is, this great woman, actually the husband watched Radhamani in compromising position with her paramour or boyfriend, we can say. So unable to, actually it is called grave and sudden provocation. Unable to see the compromising position, he hit Radhamani. So he hit Radhamani, luckily with hands, he did not have any weapon. So then he attacked her, and of course that means he assaulted her, or he used battery. Battery means physical attack. So here the defendant pleaded private defense. Yes, I could not control myself. Even while discussing section 300 of the Indian Penal Code also, this defense will be added and the murder will be converted into culpable homicide if you are able to prove that it is due to grave and sudden provocation. Yes, here it is accepted. A person seeing his wife lying in bed with another person, normally he will not act like Buddha. So definitely he loses his cool temper. He may attack. Yes, this defense is accepted. The act of the defendant was considered and no compensation. I will go to the other case. Collins versus Renison, Renason. This happened in the year 1754. Right. Actually, Renison is having, as he is the owner of the particular land. You may know him. Whenever you join a new house, take a house for rent. The first actual warning sign to use your owner says that you should not nail on the walls. You should not attach any frames by nailing. So here our gentleman having taken actually it happened in a garden, whatever it is, for your convenience and having taken the house, he was erecting the so-called nails for the erection of his platforms, and he used a ladder for the same, because at that time the walls were also very high, very tall. So here the defendant, Mr. Renison, did not like it. So he did not like the laning, and therefore he shook the ladder. He shook the ladder, due to which this man fell down and received injuries. Now he filed a case. Now the point is, this Renison, he pleaded right of private defense or private defense. So he also pleaded that actually he warned him not to nail the walls, but still when it is going on, he has asked him to come down. When he did not come down, he has just gently pushed the ladder, but he fell down. Who will accept? No, it is not a private defense. You should collect compensation from him for that mistake, or you should not have allowed him to climb the ladder in the beginning. When he has climbed the ladder, when he is leaning and shaking the ladder, means he fell down and he received injuries, you are liable to pay compensation. So the defense is not accepted, right? And there is a famous case, Bird versus Holbrook. Here also same thing happened. Actually, Mr. Holbrook, he was maintaining a beautiful garden, tulip garden. People are coming, and of course the natural psychology of the people, they are plucking away some flowers. So in order to save it, he arranged spring guns, but he did not erect any board. So Mr. Bird, he has actually, he also wanted to take a tulip. He has touched the spring gun and it exploded. He received injuries. Then Mr. Hall, he claimed private defense, stating that people are coming and doing like this. So in order to save my garden, I have done like this. Not accepted. So these are the cases relating to private defense. So we'll stop here. Next class, we'll discuss some more thing. Thank you very much.